Do you want to run Windows 11 right on your TrueNAS server? Maybe you need a remote desktop you can access from anywhere, or you want to run some Windows only software without dedicating a whole machine to it. TrueNAS has built in virtualization, which means you can spin up a full Windows 11 VM right alongside your storage and containers, no extra hypervisor needed. Did you know I'm available for hire? If you would like a free quote, follow the Hire Me link in the video description below to book time with me one on one. I'm your host, Evan. Let me show you how to set up a Windows 11 virtual machine on TrueNAS. Before we get started, we're going to need two things. First, we're going to need a Windows 11 ISO file. I'll put a link in the video description below of the Microsoft site where you can download the official ISO image. Next, we're going to need a VNC client. The reason for that is in order to install Windows, we have to go through VNC because that's what TrueNAS uses in order to go through the main setup process before we can enable RDP. I'm going to be using TigerVNC for this demonstration, and if you want to use TigerVNC as well, I'm going to put a link in the video description below. In TrueNAS, I'm going to click my virtual machine tab on the left, and in the top right, click the blue Add button. I'm going to select the Windows operating system, and then click the Enable Hyper-V Enlightenments, and give it a name. I'm going to check the Enable Secure Boot and enable the TPM. I'm going to uncheck Start on Boot, and I'm going to give my VNC a password. This is just the password for VNC, not the Windows password, so make it very short because you're going to need to type it in very quickly. I'm going to change my virtual CPUs to 1 and give it 4 cores. I'm going to change my CPU mode to host pass-through and give it more memory. Click Next. I'm going to select the ZVol location as apps/VMs, which I had already created before I started this video. The most important thing is you're going to want to put the ZVol on an SSD or NVMe drive because speed matters. I'm going to give it 80 gigs of space because Windows needs a lot of space. Hit Next. In network interface, change the adapter type to your E1000 Intel NIC or whatever it is that's not the VirtIO. In the attached NIC, use BR0 or whatever bridge you've created. It's best to have a bridge created before you do this. Otherwise, when an IP address is assigned to this Windows machine, it'll be outside your typical LAN address and you won't be able to RDP into it later. To learn more about creating a bridge, check out the video we've already made on creating bridges in TrueNAS. I'll put a link in the video description below. Click Next. Now we have to pick installation media. If you've downloaded the Windows 11 ISO, you're probably going to want to click the Upload New Image file. In Mount Apps, you can create a dataset for ISOs. I already have one, and I've got a bunch of ISO files here. I'll click the Choose File button. Then under Downloads, I'm going to pick my Windows 11 ISO file. If I click Open and then click Upload, it'll add it to my ISO dataset. I've already done that, so I'm going to go ahead and select my Mount Apps ISO dataset here and select my Windows 11 ISO file and click Next. I'm not going to pass through GPU, so I'm just going to click Next and click Save. I am now ready to boot into my Windows 11 VM. When I expand the drawer, I can see the Start button, but I shouldn't hit the Start button yet. I have to open up my TigerVNC, and I have to type in the IP address of my TrueNAS, colon, 5900. This is going to allow me to quickly connect to my VNC server, which has got Windows on it. And I need to do this because as soon as I hit start, I have about 5 seconds to get into the VNC and then press any key to boot from CD or DVD. If it takes me longer than about 5 seconds, I'm not going to make it. And I'm going to see an error screen and then I have to shut down the VM and then start again. So when I hit start, I'm going to open this up, hit connect, enter my password, and then press any key to boot from CD, all as quickly as possible. Start, connect, enter my password, and then I get a screen like this, and it said a second ago, press any key to boot from CD or DVD, and as quickly as I could, I hit it before I drag the window over here. Now I can go through the Windows install as of normal. I'm going to want to select Windows 11 Pro because that's the version that has RDP enabled. If I select Windows 11 Home, I'm going to have to use TigerVNC every time, and that's a less than optimal experience. All right, after about 45 minutes, we finally got into the Windows setup. I'm going to go through this as a normal Windows installation. And we are fully booted into Windows. What I recommend you do is go over to your start menu and type in remote desktop, go to your remote desktop settings, turn on remote desktop, and click confirm. The only other thing we're going to need to RDP in is the IP address of the server. So I'll open a command prompt, type in ipconfig, and I can see I am on my 1099 network, which lets me know that I'm correctly connected to my bridge. To compare this to something like Proxmox, there is a big difference. If you only have a single server, you won't have a choice. You're going to have to run a Windows VM on TrueNAS, and honestly, it's not that bad. However, if you have the opportunity to have a second server and it has enough resources to run a very heavy VM like Windows, Proxmox is definitely the more robust and better solution. The ability to manage VMs in Proxmox is way better, along with automatic backups and ways to just do things like clone and set templates that TrueNAS doesn't just have yet. I'm hoping in the future TrueNAS will eventually get where Proxmox is in terms of VM management. But if all you need to do is run a VM and not really mess with anything in terms of backing up, cloning, templating, or really just any advanced VM management, you can get by on just TrueNAS. If you want to learn more about Proxmox, go ahead and check out our Proxmox 101 video. I'll put a link in the video description below. Are you running any VMs on your TrueNAS server? And if so, what are you running and what do you use it for? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this helpful, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video we release. If you want to see content that YouTube won't let us show you, head over to Patreon. There's a link in the video description below. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, stay curious.